Mm. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How are y'all? Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday morning. And let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Let's see. We got Troy Pritchard. Thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. All right, Troy, how you doing today? Big D's in the house. Back in Brooklyn, Michigan, I guess, huh? Okay. Good to see you, Big D. Larry Galt's here. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, he says. Steve in Taranto. Good morning, all. He says, how you doing, Stephen? Earl Walker says, good morning, everyone. 48 going to 54 and a wet thumbs up. Well, a wet one's better than none at all, I guess. How you doing, Earl? Let's see. We got Jesse from JJ Woodshop here. Good morning, Jesse. Steve Gronsky. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. 48 headed to 68 today in Mustang, Oklahoma. Thumbs up, Dave. I appreciate it. Got a few of them going over there. Kevin Els is in the house. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you. Paul Stewart says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, sir. Gary Hammett Wood Creations. Good morning, everyone. Yes, indeed. George Rothfuss is with us on YouTube today. How you doing, George? Good to see you. Bill Hoffman. Good morning, Dave, and everyone from Southwest Indiana. Good to see you, Bill. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, got a few more here. Dave Mack. Morning, out walking with Jax. 55, high of 78 today. Leaves are beautiful here. Yeah, I spent a good bit of time outside yesterday, and I kept looking at my trees, and I'm like, they don't look like they're anywhere near ready to. I mean, there's some falling off, but they're not turning. I mean, you look up, and it's still everything looks nice and green. So another week or two, I guess. Hey, there's my favorite solar guy right here. Look at that car, man. Look at that thing. Good day to you, all party people. Yes, sir. Good to see you, Ryan. Awesome video, by the way. Awesome video. Go check out his video on his YouTube channel. You can't miss it. He's the guy with the little toy car. Janet's here this morning. How you doing, Janet? Hope you're doing well. My buddy Doug Sisk says, morning all. Finally got much needed rain. Too late, I'm afraid. Uh-oh. Let's see. There's Bob Sims from across the pond. How you doing, Bob? Bart Bixel. Good morning, Bob. Thank you for the thumbs up. Doc Whitaker. Morning all from Indy. Yeah, good morning, Doc. Hope you're doing well. Dave says, I have burned leaves once already. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I had just an absolutely great day yesterday. Finished the coffee session. Sat around here a few minutes and got thinking about the message I got from my buddy Larry, my neighbor. He's not really my buddy, he's my neighbor. About he said he got in and out of the polls in about 30 minutes. So I thought, well, let me go try again. I went last Wednesday and it was like, oh no, it's crazy. So I went. Only this time I didn't go to where he was because I looked it up and it was in Stockbridge. And I thought, well, let me just try this, my same place over there where I go. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and pull in, since I'll just assume the worst and go ahead and pull in beside where you go to park around behind the courthouse. Found the parking lot was not near as crowded. So I went ahead and parked and started walking out, and I saw a guy walk. I could tell he was walking back to his car. So I said, do you have to wait long? He said, nah, about 30 minutes. So I thought, all right, I'm going. So guess what I did yesterday? Got that job done. Cross that off my list for a little while. So happy to get that out of the way. What is Bob talking about here? What has he got? On this day in 1864, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln formally establishes Thanksgiving as a national holiday. Okie dokie. So we've been having Thanksgiving for a long time. Yeah. Hey, there's Mary Mallory. How you doing, Mary? Good to see you. Janice let me know about the blood type thing. When you applied for a marriage license, when you joined the service, if you ever had surgery, all reasons they would have found your blood type. And I never did call yesterday or email my thing or get on the website. It may be listed on there somewhere because I know there's a thing where I can go and look at my charts and stuff. I just forgot about doing it, but I'll try to remember to do that right after the coffee sessions, and I'll let you know what I have. All I know is it's red. When I cut myself, it comes out red. That's all I can remember. Mark Lindsay, CNC's in the house. Morning, y'all. Chilly 48. Looking at a high of 75. Man, you're getting some pretty good weather out there now, buddy. That's good shop building weather right there. Bill says leaves peaked here last weekend. Very colorful. Yeah. All right. Good. I bet it is because I know in Indiana it's probably looking really cool up there. Dave Clemens says, good morning. Happy Tuesday, Ryan, Bob, and Mark. All right. Clyde CNC is here. How you doing, Clyde? Hope you're doing well. There's old Jim Senecola. Good morning to y'all. We're going to get a couple of days in the 70s. Then it's going to get cold. Yeah. Let's see. Ryan Ballard seems excited. He says he's having T-Track delivered today. Cool. I like T-Track. It's I like it, especially if you put them close enough together. There's once you do that, there's no position you can put something on your table and not be able to clamp it. I like T-Track. Big fan of it. Saw something interesting on the news this morning. I don't know if it'll affect any of y'all or not. But I saw this morning, they said that NASA, y'all remember NASA, right? NASA has partnered with Nokia. And y'all remember Nokia, right? Those little phone things. I was just talking about them the other day. One of the best phones I ever had, really. I mean, it didn't do nothing, but it was just a phone like it should be. But one of the best phones I ever had was one of those old Nokias with the little stubby antenna. Anyway, NASA has partnered with them, and they're going to put cell service on the moon. So what do you think about that? That's pretty cool. You'll be able to go to the moon and still update your Facebook status. So that's pretty exciting. I think they said like 2024 or something. They're not going to do it tomorrow or next week. It's going to take a minute. But yeah, I have to say I was always kind of disappointed, and maybe I'm in the minority here, but I was always kind of disappointed because what was it, like I want to say 1972. I don't know. Bob probably knows. Bob seems he'll look it up on Google or something. But whatever year it was when they said, okay, we've done these missions to the moon. Now we're going to stop. I'm like, man, we already, we spent all this money and we already got a bunch of junk sitting up there now. I wish they'd have kept going. But maybe they'll get started again and go back on that. Let's see here. Mark Lindsay says, I've been refinishing my wife's new to her floor loom. Finally gonna assemble it today so she can start weaving on it. Okie dokie. That's probably a good plan. Keep Linda happy. Let's see. Clyde says he changed the lights in garage from fluorescent to LED. That's got to be a good thing. That song comes to mind in my head now. I can see clearly now because I bet you can now. LEDs are awesome. I love them. Bob says, does that mean you can talk to the man on the moon? I don't know. If he's got a cell phone, I guess you could. But I think in the moon, like something like 236,000 miles away or something. It's a pretty good ways from here. But I guess they could do it. Be nice. 20. Let's see. What did I say? 2024. I might still be around when it happens. Maybe. Dave Mack says, my orange aluminum was delayed a week. Their accounting system did not pick up a 10% off coupon, and Friday, at the end of the day, they billed. Finally got it cleared. I'll be here Thursday. Cool. Yeah, they're pretty good folks. That's if anybody asks me about T-Track, I always say orange aluminum because, especially if you order enough, I think they do free shipping. And when you're doing a CNC table, you're using so many of them. Plus, if you get a few extra to use for other little projects, it's easy to get enough to get the amount up to where you could get free shipping. So. Bart Bixel says, I remember the Nokia sugar phone. Yeah. I don't know what I did with my old Nokia phone, but I swear that was one of the, as far as just a phone, that was one of the best phones ever. It never dropped a call. And that was back when I used to go places. That wasn't back before I became a recluse. So, okay, Bob's on the spot here. I knew he would be. Last manned mission to the moon was Apollo 17, taking place between the 7th and 19th, December 72. All right, I thought it was 72. Fixtures, Clyde says. LED fixtures, cool. Mark says, I have more projects around here than I can count. Yeah. I've given up because I know I'll never live long enough to get everything done I want to get done. And I'm one of those people that sometimes you make a list of stuff you got to do, and you just you're so torn between what you should start on first that you just spend the whole day and then you don't do nothing. And you go, well, okay, I'll do something tomorrow. That's not a good way to be. Let's see. Thanks, Clyde. Tubes are pretty reasonable also. Yeah. Bob says maybe they will sell him one when they are there. Yeah. Well, guess they're going to have some of that, what's that new stuff, 5G or whatever. Doug says, the side development space flights are numerous. I miss those discoveries. Yeah. I like, a lot of folks probably thought it was a big waste of money and stuff, but then when you find out some of the stuff we have now that we might not have had, or at least might not have had it as early as we did, was because of the, stuff they learned in space travel and all that stuff. Clyde says, I tried one as a test. After a year, one tube stopped working. Costco had these on sale. Alrighty. That Dave says that's where he bought his. Okay. Mark says, I still have an iPhone 3 hanging around here somewhere. Yeah, I have. I don't even know I don't even know if it had a number. The one I had, only Apple I ever had was this one, and I don't even think it's called. Let's see if it's got. I don't think it's got a. It just says iPhone. One and only Apple I ever had. Won't ever have another one. Just not a fan. They didn't hook me in the cold like they do a lot of folks. And they sure won't get me on computers and stuff. But and I tell you what, I have got to. You know what? I know what I need to do here. I think I turn this back down. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sitting here squinting, I'm going freaking blind. I can't even read this stuff. But I have to turn my little thing way up in the corner. You can set the thing for like, instead of 100%, you can set it for like 100 and whatever. And now I've got it at like 125%, which makes the print over here in the comments where I can read them fine when I click on one like this, because that's plenty big. But I like to know what I'm clicking on, because who knows what you folks will say. I got to keep my eye on you guys. Let's see. Tang, there you go. There's a prime example. Not a very good one, but an example. Stephen asks, is there a shuttle sim? I don't know. There might be. It'd be kind of cool if there was. I know they're coming out. These third-party developers are coming out with all kinds of planes that weren't in the basic package. Some of them are free. You can just get them and put them in there. And others, they charge like, $20 or something for their time to model it, which is fair. But the other day I was watching one of my favorite streamer guys, Two Tone Murphy. If you're into salmon, go check him out. Two Tone Murphy. He's hilarious. Guy's a hoot. But anyway, he had purchased, and I hope I'm saying the name right. Some of you airplane guys may know this. I don't know my airplanes other than what I see in the sim. But he got I want to say MB 339. It's M something 339. And it's like an Italian jet, like a fighter pilot type jet that the Italians make. And I guess they use them all over they use them for training. But holy cow, that thing was slick. He was flying in that and doing all the barrel rolls, and it goes like I forget, 350 knots or something like that. It pretty fast. But yeah. Yeah, I know. I never liked something about those first ones. It's like you had to do everything through what's that stuff you had to put on your computer? Uh, what is it called? Somebody will know. Somebody will say it, I'm sure. But I didn't like having to have to do that to get it. You send me an update, just send it and be done with it. But I didn't like having to fool with all that, and I didn't stay with that Apple long. I bought an Android not too long after that. iTunes, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking that, but I didn't say it because it didn't sound right. But yeah, that's what it was. That Apple iTunes, and I hated that. I don't. I thought, why? Now that I got a phone of theirs, now I got to have something on the computer that takes up a ton of space and is annoying. You know. So Bob Sim says, Steve, yes. So they do have a shuttle sim. I have to check that out. All righty. Eddie Miller says, morning. Iowa got 9 inches of snow. Makes you appreciate your weather, huh? Yes, it does. It absolutely does because not a big fan of the white stuff. Although I really don't care here. And I've said it before, I don't care because if we get it here, it's only here for like usually less than 24 hours. Here we go. Bob Sims got a connection here. Flyawaysimulation.com. Okay. Yeah, Mark said he went from iPhone to a Samsung Galaxy 4, never looked back. Now I don't have a cell phone service at all, and I prefer it. Interesting. I might as well dump mine because it's funny. You start off with a phone and you're tethered to the wall because the old landlines. You know, and now it's like we're going backwards because this thing. I swear the battery doesn't last worth a flip. If I'm on there doing anything at all, it's gone, and it stays on the charger. Seems like more than it does in my pocket. So Johnny with J Fabrications is here. How you doing, Johnny? I saw your, I think it was videos or something about your kennel. That's looking good. Looking good. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they get the cell service up there. Wonder if they'll. Wonder how they'll do that. Wonder if they'll build a big tower or something. I guess they wouldn't really have to. I don't know how that would work. Mark says, I can't think of anything worse than being that easy to contact. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you as quick as I care. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm probably the world's worst because I get messages, or sometimes I'll look on Facebook even, and it'll be I already got spam this morning. Some guy from Nationwide PPO Networks, but yeah, sometimes I'll go on Facebook and I'll look at one of those things that I haven't looked at, and because I'll see those little numbers up there at the top, and I'm like, I don't even click on them. And then when I do click on them, it's like, oh, you had 16 messages. And I look and like the oldest one's like from 6 months ago. Somebody asking me a question. I'm like, yeah, they probably figured it out by now. I'm the world's worst at that. And the other thing I'm bad at is people will think, well, I know how to get a hold of Dave because I'll do the Facebook Messenger thing and he'll get it right away. Well, and you know what's bad is if you send me a message, you can tell when I've looked at it because it'll tell you, oh yeah, he's seen this. Well, a lot of times when I pull it out and look at it, I'm busy and I don't have I don't have time to sit here. You know, my hands are dirty and I'm not going to sit here and try to poke on the phone. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get back with him later. And then I forget. And people, I guess, just think, oh boy, he's a jerk. He read a message and he never did. It's not that I'm a jerk on purpose, just I'm a jerk because I can't remember anything. So Mark says, I disconnected my cell service the month after I retired from real estate, and it's been great. Sure. Yeah. I don't think the old days back when you used to get ready to go somewhere in the car, you never would have thought of yanking the phone off the wall, taking it with you. Nowadays, it's like you run out to the driveway and get in the car, like, oh my gosh, I forgot my phone. You got to run back in and get it. Of course, that way they can track you everywhere you go. That's what, I've got my stuff turned off now. But I'm still not, I still think they have ways of doing it. But so sometimes, not that I go anywhere that I wouldn't want somebody to know. I mean, I don't care who knows if I went to Home Depot, but a lot of times I'll just leave it at home. Let Google think I'm staying at home today, and I'll run to Home Depot. They don't need to know that. But looks like my timer's just about up. Yeah, I'm so happy to have gotten this stuff out of the way because the more I saw about the long lines and like I mentioned yesterday, they're starting to go crazy about the COVID stuff again. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's flying around in the air and you're going to catch it and die. Now I don't have to worry about it. And the lines really weren't that long. It's like I was telling somebody yesterday, standing in line, and like it doesn't, the lines really aren't that much longer than they were when I was here 2 years ago and 4 years ago. It's just that now everybody's 8 feet apart. So it looks like, because it goes way back there, but if everybody got up to where they used to, it wouldn't be that long. Yeah, I was in there right when I walked and got in line. There's, the courthouse is right there, and they have one of those big clocks. I'll have to do a flyby of the McDonough courthouse so you can see. They have one of those big clocks, but it was it started dinging at 10 o'clock. And then I pulled my phone out just to see how accurate that was. My phone said 10:03, so, the phone on the courthouse probably a little slow. But anyway, of course, I was the responsible one. I turned my phone off like they ask you to as I went in. And in and out, once you finally get in there to do it, it don't take but a minute or two. Got that and got ready to head out, and then I had to turn my phone back on and wait a minute for it to boot back up. And I checked, and it was like 10:37. So from 10:03 to 10:37 is basically what it was. So Doug says they need to track you in case you forget how to get back home. That probably will happen pretty soon. Probably. Janice says they can probably still track you from the computer stuff in your truck. I don't know. My truck's old, so I don't know if it's got all that. It's got the computer stuff that runs the engine, but I don't have anything fancy. You have to see my truck, Janet. If I ever come back to Indiana, I'll take you for a ride in my truck. It's, if you get hot, guess what you have to do? You have to grab a crank the window down. Yeah, it's got crank windows. Now, it does have air. It doesn't have power, nothing. Power brakes and power steering. That's it. No power windows, no power seats, none of that fancy smancy stuff. It was a work truck. It was a fleet truck. So I don't know if it would have all that, all that stuff like they have in trucks now, with the Garmin and GPS and all that. Yeah, I'm sure they can track it pretty easy in one of those. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm babbling on here. Let's all get to work and make something happen this Tuesday. And if y'all ain't doing nothing tomorrow, you can come back for show number 270, looks like we're at. So everybody have a happy Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow on Hump Day.